never been on a farm where the farmer said, this is what the government should do for me. They do say this, the government should hold any imports to the same standards that we, the producers in the United States, have to hold. And that's fair, isn't that fair? What's wrong with that? So if you're going to import hogs or you're going to import milk, they should meet the same standards as commodities that are produced here in the United States. Exactly. So, I mean, there's a sense of fairness to that. There's a sense of fairness in how we treat our businesses, whether it be agriculture or others.
That's where the majority of our industrial jobs in that have left this country is because of the dumping being subsidized to keep their people working and subsidizing the dumping in this country at a lesser than our tariffs and there are trade agreements, but they haven't been enforced. There have been several tariffs that have been enforced in the last 16 months or whatever, like on pipe. You cut down on the amount of pipe coming in, which was putting all of our steel workers out of work. And look at the cars, substandard cars coming in. We have the toys coming in with lead paint. I mean, we got to crack down on this crack that's coming in this nation.
Thank you. Who's next?
This young man.
I was concerned, and I assure you I didn't think this was conservative newspaper. Something to do with the liberal paper. They actually swing for reading the New York Times. But we do know that Timothy Geiger, according to that source I just telling you, was sitting in New York at the time we withheld him. And there were 5 members that still being investigated. Now my concern is if our banks, now already they're taking loans away from the banks. All right, now, according to the New York Times, they are putting pressure on Wells Fargo Bank to give risky loans, that they are discriminative. And in my mind, if you can't afford a house, you can't afford a house, give somebody a loan. We've got to watch what they are doing with our banks. And like I say, this isn't from a conservative source. This was right in the New York Times, a liberal paper.
She's talking about the banks, and I will say a couple things. I've been in a lot of banks, as I've been in a lot of businesses, I've been listening to a lot of people. I've been just all over listening. And what I found out from banking is that the fact of the matter is the federal government has hired additional federal regulators to come in banks. I've been told that by my banking people that are in my district. And even a state chartered bank, the feds are calling up and saying, we're going to come in and do the audit because the state doesn't have the resources to do it. So the feds are coming in, and they're really cracking down. I mean, it is hard. I've talked to a lot of businesses, and in fact, I'm trying to refinance right now, and it's not easy. It's difficult to do. Credit is really tight. The feds are putting the screws down, and it's making it very difficult for businesses to grow. It really is. And I've talked to, again, a lot of businesses that are in that situation that would like to expand. They're having a hard time. So the control, I'm concerned about, number one. The other thing about this healthcare bill that has not been mentioned is that there are estimates of 16,000 IRS agents that are going to be hired, that are going to come into businesses and come into and audit tax returns to make sure that, number one, you have healthcare, and number two, if you have too good a plan, you got to pay tax. So that's the other thing that I've seen. So again, very problematic as far as the control. We don't want this. You had a question, then you.
Well, a lot, a couple years ago, a lot of big things was the energy crisis and stuff,
Yeah.
With oil and that.
Mm-hmm.
And, it kind of seems that people kind of forgot about that now, I think it'd be better to, obviously drill it out here and stuff, but also, with, our technology that we have, the nuclear would be a viable option.
Yep.
As far as it provides a lot of energy and it's clean, so it should satisfy both of things, but if France can do 80% nuclear, we should do something. I'm just saying, where's your opinion on energy?
Yep.
Or, should we work nuclear or
Yeah, I agree with that. He's talking about nuclear and capacity of producing energy, and we need power. I mean, if we're gonna have a vibrant economy, we have to have the power to fuel it, and we don't right now. Even in Wisconsin, there's some question: do we have enough? And so nuclear is an option. it's part of the clean energy bill that I'm not in favor of, but it is part where the governor did say that we should lift that and at least explore the option of nuclear, which Representative Hips has been talking about for a long time. France has been doing it. I think it's something that we should look at for sure, no question about it. And the other thing is, I was down in Cassville, and they were going to expand the capacity down there, produce, and the Public Service Commission turned them down. But I was down there to visit the plant on an August day last summer, and the guy that was the manager or director, whoever it is, pointed to the stack. It was a clear day, and you couldn't see a thing. And all the new technology that has come about with coal-fired plants, our emissions have been cut. And we have, estimates are 400 years of coal in the bosom of Mother Earth. It's there for us. And we have oil. We have oil. I mean, how far off the coast of, is it Alaska, where, isn't it China's drilling? How far? Not very far. So we're going to trust China to do environmentally safe versus, yeah. So we have capacity to do a lot of things in this area. You know, they're talking about wind. Wind is, you know, not going to do it. One of the things I do like is we have a lot of cows here, and there's some digesters that I've seen in operation. There's some in my district. There's one farm that powers enough, generates enough power for 600 homes. One farm, and you know, and they use the animal waste and to power it, the generator, and then they sell it off in bags after they're all done with it. You know, the leftovers. So the byproduct, it's awesome. So there's some things we can do, but that's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to power us into the future like we need.
Well, so as far as nuclear.
Yeah, I'm all in favor. Let's take a really good look at it. If they're doing it 80% in green France, we should be able to do it here. Now, nuclear is a long ways down the road. If we ever get to the point where we want to do it, it's going to take how many years? 10 or 15, maybe 20? Yeah.
I'll stick away from policy right now, but I had a question. What's your plan for paying back the $38,000 that your state office incurred on us taxpayers? When is that?
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me answer that question. Okay. 2 economic forums that I held last June. This was right in the throes of a budget, and the budget, as you know, was bad. But I put on a couple economic forums, and I asked the Senate leadership if I could put it on under the auspices of a state Senate. They said no. So I had to spend my own funds to do it, and it was out of my campaign account. We had 250 people there, and we talked about the state budget. I had Democrats in attendance, Democratic leaders, elected officials, and so on that were in there. So it wasn't a campaign fund. Afterwards, immediately when the event was ended, I got the charge. The Democratic Party, DPW Wisconsin, put in a charge against me to the GAB, which is Government Accountability Office. And so the Government Accountability Office is made up of attorneys and lawyers, and they reviewed everything that I did. They said, fine, I didn't do anything wrong. But that wasn't enough for the Democratic Party. They knew that I was going to be a candidate, so they went after me on emails. And I didn't have any emails on my computer. We didn't have any emails that we found on state computers. But one of my staff people does work at home at night. And she had some emails relative to this economic forum that we didn't produce. So the judge said, I have no choice. You didn't produce these emails. I didn't know they existed. I'm going to have to, it was a statutory citation of $100. So I paid $100. Here's the difference. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, here's the difference. There's a fund that is paid for by taxpayers. And the judge said, you're going to charge you $100 and I'm going to give the Democratic Party attorney's fees. Okay, so the Democratic Party, and I wish I had those emails with me. One of the emails was, we're going to meet at the Days Hotel from 8 to 10, we're going to have coffee and donuts, and we're going to charge $5. That's the email that we didn't produce. And the judge said, I got to charge you $100. Um,